Hello, everyone. Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my stamp room. Come on in. We're going to relax. We're going to create together. We're going to lose stuff. Oh, my goodness. It's been a busy day. I just sent like seconds ago the newest project sheet, Sue Stampfield project sheet. So check your inbox after tonight's video. It does take a little while for the project sheet to arrive, but hopefully it's waiting for you after this video. Thank you for your patience. June was crazy and I only got one project sheet out. July is going to be better. We're off to a good start here, and I've already got the next one drafted and started. So hooray for that. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. I appreciate all that you're doing to bring happiness and making the world a kinder place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to go ahead and create tonight. So you know those Sue Stampfield videos that are super organized and we know exactly what we're doing? Yeah, I don't know about those videos either. I don't think I've ever seen one of those. Yeah, tonight we're winging it, guys. We're creating this card together. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know with your help, it's going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Shout out to my moderator, Mary Nass, who's hanging out in the comments here on YouTube. She's going to be dropping in some measurements and so forth. I hope our friends over on Facebook are watching. Hey, friends. So tonight tomorrow is a big day. Oh, big Stampin' Up! Day. So tomorrow, Stampin' Up! Is dropping a whole bunch of brand new products in the online exclusive section of the website. So we've been creating with some of those here, and we're going to do that again tonight, give you some more creative inspiration so that you can make and send even more cards. Also tomorrow, the bonus days promotion, I guess I'll call it, the bonus days special offer, maybe that's a better way to say it, begins. So bonus days goes through July, starting tomorrow, July 3rd, through the end of the month. And for every $50 you spend, you will get a coupon code delivered to your email box. So make sure when you place your order that your email is correct on file. And you'll get that invoice. By the way, I've got my, oh wait, okay. If I tilt it too far, you'll see my mess behind me, but spread kindness like wildflowers. You guys are so good at that. Got my shirt on. Anyway, I digress. Bonus days. So every $50 you spend, you get a coupon for $5 off that you can use in August. So yay for that. The email I just sent out has all the details on it and a free project sheet and pictures from the $1 Million Party that I couldn't squeeze in my blog post. And yeah, lots in there. Go check that out. If you're not subscribed, you can do so right here. Go to SueStampfield.com, click on free project sheets and click on subscribe. Woo! Okay, that is a whole lot of talking. Now, the card layout that we're doing tonight is a card that I've actually had a lot of requests to do a project sheet for this card, and we did it on a previous one. And so we're going to do the same fun fold, but with some different papers, because I like to do that. You might have noticed in Crafternoon, I love to do that. So yay, glad you like the shirt. I got it on Etsy. I don't know where, but if you go on Etsy and search share kindness like wildflowers, you'll find it. All right, let's go ahead. Luana got her email. Woo woo. All right, let's go ahead and let's go down to the, oh my gosh, wait, I gotta fix the camera. Oh my gosh, it is so messy. Yeah. It is messy in my craft room. Oh my goodness. Like, it's always messy, but it's really messy right now. Okay, anyway, I digress. It doesn't matter. We're going to create and we'll just move stuff out of our way. We can do that. So the project sheet email that just dropped is this gorgeous card right here with the sophisticated sled bundle. This one is coming out in the online exclusives tomorrow. I did our special, very special Crafternoon fun fold that is called the 1 in a Million fun fold card. I also did with this amazing bundle. So I hope you have fun making this card. And in our last video, I wanted to show, oh gosh, Susan, where did you put that? Seriously. I put it in a special place so I wouldn't lose it. Oh, found it. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. So I'm a messy crafter, as you can probably tell. We play a little game here at Sue Stampfield. When I lose something and say found it again, we all take a sip of our beverage. So let me know what is in your cup tonight. I have water, ice water in mine. I wish I had wine. It's been a day, let me tell you. All right, I'm going to set that one aside. So in our last video, sticking. Okay. We sort of made this card, except for we had a layer behind this. So I'm taking this piece off. I've been ripping this card apart so many times. So when we made the card, we used this beautiful gold mercury vellum. And this was what our card looked like. And then let me show you what the inside ended up looking like. I finished that after the video. Took our tag and just nipped the end off here and added some of that vellum behind. I didn't stick it down on this end. I only put adhesive where it would be covered up because, you know, it's see-through. But after the video, I thought, you know, I wonder what the gold foil would look like done with the Spotlight on Nature dies as our layer. And so this is what that looks like, in case you're curious. I almost thought that the vellum was a little busy with the busy pattern behind. So you know, a lot of the people, I asked the people over my Sue Stampfield Facebook group which one they liked better. And a lot of people did like the gold. I actually didn't, and I gave them a white layer choice. Nobody liked that. So I'm not even showing you that one. That one just got chopped. But I actually also like it with no layer at all. So in my email I just sent out, I'm asking your opinion. I have pictures of each of them. And so I would love your take on it. You know, kind of depends on who you're sending it to sometimes, right? But let me show you really quickly a sneak peek of some of the products that are going to drop tomorrow. These are some swap cards I received. This first one is from Sandy Carlson, and this one is a fun fold. So when you open it up, this part pops up, and you can put a gift card in there. We've done a card similar to this before, but if you want to learn how to make this, let me know in the comments. This is Sandy's card. Then we do have a couple Halloween bundles dropping tomorrow for those of you who are Halloween fans. This card, oh, is this going to get lost? Yeah, this is probably going to get lost. This one is from Kelly Atchison. Kelly made a really cute little kind of Casper the Friendly Ghost card here, super cute. And so that's that bundle. You can see that tomorrow in the online store if you are a Halloween fan. And then this next one, oh my gosh, this one is gorgeous. Gorgeous. This one is from my friend Kay Kaltoff here in Minnesota. Kay used that beautiful Mercury vellum for a background. And this is the new Frosted Forest bundle. It comes with masks. You remember the cards that we were making with the masks? They're all downstairs right now, or I'd show them to you. This is a similar one, but the masks do the different colors in the tree. And it is absolutely a stunner, right? Beautiful card from Kay. She even did the inside, and great use of the little birds and dragonflies embellishments there. So that watch for that Frosted Forest bundle tomorrow. It almost looks on the website like you only get the dies and the stamps. You get the masks as well. It all comes in that bundle. And we'll have to play with that one. I just got that one. As soon as I saw Kay's card, I'm like, okay, yeah, gotta have that one. And it just showed up. So we will be creating with that one as well. This one is from Gwen Duckworth. And this is with the Changing Leaves dies. Oh, that's what Sandy's was with too. Where's Sandy's card? Let's bring that back. So the Changing Leaves is a hybrid embossing folder that includes dies, stamps, and an embossing folder. And so you can put the embossing folder inside. No, you can put the dies inside the embossing folder, and they emboss and cut at the same time. So super fun. So that's just a little kind of quickie look at some of the things that are coming out tomorrow. All right, we're gonna put this oh Lord, Susan, somewhere where Susan won't lose them. Good luck with that. Every surface is covered in here. In case you missed it, in case you missed the news flash, the newest Crafternoon Fun Fold tutorial is now available for purchase. I call this the 1 in a million Fun Fold card because it was inspired by the card that Stampin' Up! Sent me for my $1 million sales achievement. And tonight we're going to play with this suite of products, which is the Golden Greenery Bundle. Well, I don't know exactly what we're going to do because you all are going to help me figure that out, right? But this suite of products is absolutely gorgeous, and we're going to play with that tonight. These all come out tomorrow. All right, I was going to tell you something else there, but I don't remember what it was. But all right, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I have random fun things on my desk. This is from the Graceful Greenery Vellum, which is part of that suite we were just talking about. Matches the dies, and you can die cut out a beautiful pine bow. How fun is that? Who knows? Maybe that'll end up on our card. We might go a completely different direction. You guys are driving tonight, so you let me know where we're going. All right, so this one is the fun fold that we are going to recreate tonight. This one was done with, I did it with the Spotlight on Nature dies. This is a Z-fold card, window Z-fold card. So it opens up like this, and then it extends out like that. I used the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper and the Spotlight on Nature dies, and the greeting is from Unbounded Love. And we're going to do a window Z-fold card with the Spotlight on Nature dies, but we're going to do it with the new products. Okay. So exciting. Okay, so let's yeah, this room is messy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But there's a lot of fun stuff. Oh gosh. Okay, I've got dies. Hang on, hold on. I'm on the floor here because dies are falling and the sky is falling. No, the sky is not falling. All right, so here's one thought I had. Here's one way we could go with this one, friends. So I am going to pull out this stunningly beautiful, I have it everywhere. Maybe I'll grab this package off the floor. Why not? The stunningly beautiful Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper. This is what we used for the card we just made in the last video. We used this pattern right here. I've got it upside down. And so on the back side are just some mossy meadow little dots. And then this one is a mistletoe pattern. This is the one that I am thinking about using for this card. This is one direction we could go, okay? So we also have, let's look at the other things. We have this one where you can die cut the bells out of the paper. And the back side is this fun little kind of old olive and mossy meadow plaid, super cute. And that would go beyond Christmas, right? And then this one, a lot of these can be die cut right out of the paper. You can die cut this pine branch and these other leafy branches. I can see I've chopped one out already. And the back side of that is that mossy meadow dashed pattern on old olive. Okay, so one way we could go with this is we could make a stunningly beautiful gold and vanilla card. So we would layer this on a vanilla card base. We would cut our die cut our circle in there, add our greeting. Boom, we're done. Stunningly beautiful card. So that is one direction that we could go. Another direction, when did I do that Thoughtful Journey card? How long ago? Do you remember the date? Really good question, Sue. Probably like a month ago, I want to say. It's on my channel. It is there. You know what? I will drop the link to that video in the description box of this video after we're done tonight. In that way, if you can't find it or someone else is looking for it, you'll be able to find it. The other direction that we could go is we could actually go with an embossed panel on our card instead of a die cut panel, or excuse me, a designer series paper panel. Use your right words, Susan. And then for the circle, we could either do also do embossing, or the circle we could have be a patterned paper or vellum. And then we could add, remember, this is just like a plain white or vanilla embossing. And then we could add a vellum, embellishment type of a die cut piece there. All right, so I need your help. I need your help. Which way, which direction do we want to go here tonight? Do we want to go, I wish I had something with embossing on it. I mean, my whole world is embossing on it. Let's just grab one of these. All right. All right, so you can see we have lots of white space here. Something like that is what I was envisioning. So either do we go white or do we go gold? Let me know in the comments if we're going white or if we're going to go gold. Either way, it's going to be beautiful. And while you were voting, I am going to pull out some cardstock, I guess, right? That would be important. White, white, gold. White, white, white. Oh, you guys are gonna make me work tonight. All right, we're going white. So we're gonna pass on the easy peasy. We might end up making 2 cards. Did I say it out loud? Okay, no, don't say that too. All right, we're gonna go with the white card. You guys know I love my white space, right? I do. Okay, so, oh my goodness, Susan, I am all over the board tonight. Let's grab a piece of white cardstock. That's a good place to start if you're making a white card, right? Okay, I'm going to set this one aside and I'm going to bring over it. Found a paper trimmer. It's just laying right there on the top of the stack. How awesome is that? So let's bring in our measurements before they get buried. Quick, before they get buried. Okay, we're going to cut our card base. It is the standard, US standard 5.5 by 8.5. And then we're going to cut a, wait, what does that mean? Oh yeah, we're going to cut a 5 1/4 by 8.5, scored at 4 and, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, so this piece that goes inside, we're going to cut and score that. Okay. I'm going to trust these measurements are right. We'll find out if that is a mistake on my part. All right, so 5.5 by 8.5. Just standard card base. What could go wrong here, right? And I'm hoping white is the right choice here. It's just, I think it is. All right, and then we're going to go with our scoring blade here and just give that a crease. Okay, so we've got our white card base. Now let's bring in this other piece and we're going to cut this down from 5.5 to 5 1/4. Okay. And we're going to score it here. That little scrap does not want to come out. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, let's do a little scoring. So we're going to score it 4 inches. That one's easy. And then we're going to score it 6 1/4, which is right over here, right in the gray part before the arm comes out. All right, and then we need, while we get our trimmer out, let's go ahead and just cut some more things. Let's cut a piece of basic white here. That is going to be embossed. So we're going to cut this at 5 1/4 by 4. Now this is what would be what says designer paper on here, but now we have changed our script, haven't we? Oh, you are so kind, Sandy. You are all so patient, and you know what? Crafters are the nicest people, aren't they? They are just the nicest people you're ever gonna meet. All right, and I love our community here on YouTube and on Facebook. You are all awesome. All right, let's put this aside. Okay, so we're gonna emboss. So that would require an embossing folder. I grabbed, what did I grab? Ooh. Okay, I got a couple here. I can grab more. I've got more. I grabbed the 2 I've been using all the time right now, but we can get others if you want to. So we can use So Swirly. That is what I used on this card because it makes perfect snow, right? So fun for snow. Or we can use Dashing Designs, which is what I've been using on think I used it on the majority of the Crafternoon cards. I used it on this card. I used it on this card. I used it on the Snapdragon. Oh yeah, yeah. I just went to town with that one. It's so cool. I did use the swirly on this one though. So let me know in the comments if we're gonna go So Swirly or Dashing Designs. Okay, got one vote for So Swirly, one vote for Dashing Designs. It's a tie. Oh, someone else is jumping in. All right, while you are voting for that, I'm going to bring in the die cutting and embossing machine, because if we're going to have an embossed panel, that is going to be a requirement. All right, here we go. Oh boy, it is very hotly contested right now. Dashing Designs is in the lead. So in case that is the final winner, I'm going to set my sandwich up with the Dashing Designs. So I'm going to take out this is the thin die adapter for die cutting, plate number 3 here, and the plate number 3. We're going to set those aside, because if we're doing Dashing Designs, that is a 3D embossing folder. And all right, Dashing Designs looks like it is in the lead, so we're going to go with Dashing Designs. So let's go ahead and emboss this. So because if I went with So Swirly, I would change my sandwich, because it's a standard embossing folder. Standard embossing folder directions are right here. You need platform 1 and 2 plate number 3s. We are doing a 3D embossing folder, which is platform 1 and just plate number 4. With, of course, our paper and die in here. I am using a ring light. I do apologize for that reflection. I hope it's not too distracting. Let's send this through. Okay, it's going to make a clunk. There we go. A little tiny clunk. Wasn't bad at all, was it? All right. So let's see what we ended up with. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. All right. So let me think here. I'm going to do that thing you should never do. I'm going to put my adhesive on top of my die cutting machine. So I'm going to set this up for die cutting. So platform 1, then die adapter number 2. We've got our, oh man, that one's really in bad shape. Should I get a fresh plate? Oh gosh, that one's really ugly. Okay, hang on. Let me, I got to get fancy for y'all. Hang on, let me grab another plate. That one's too scarred up. You guys deserve a brand new, shiny, not cut in, not scarred up plate number 3, right? So here we go, fresh out of the package. What does the ring light do? Well, hopefully it lights up my area so you guys can see it. It also is a ring light that has a camera holder in the middle of it. So my camera is mounted in there so that, again, hopefully you guys can see. Okay, so I want to stick my embossing panel on the front of my card. So I didn't bone folder this. If I did, I didn't do a very good job of it. Do I have a bone folder? I have many bone folders, but can I find, oh, found it. Okay. All right, it's from On Stage in November of 2019. That looks like a good year for stamping. Let's go ahead and crease this. All right, and we'll flip it over. So sometimes your card base can be a little bit off. Let me see if you can you see that it's not matching up here, that the back is a little bit shorter than the front? Instead of fixing it or cutting anything off, I just flip it over so the longer part is on the front. Nobody's going to open the back and check that measurement, right? Totally doesn't matter. But I do want to hide it because, it's a little uneven. All right, so I'm going to put adhesive all the way around because this is a 3D embossing folder, so it is become almost like handmade paper or something because of that deep embossing on it. All right, let's not put it on. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if it's upside down at this point. All right, so I'm going to stick it on my card, and I'm looking to have about the same amount of border at the top, bottom, and side. I know it's white on white, so it's hard to see, and that's a good thing because if you get a little off, it is not going to be obvious. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open our card up, and we're going to cut a circle in our card. And to do that, we're going to use some dies that have been uber popular Now the dies are in stock right now. However, I think so. But the stamp set that coordinates with them is out of stock, but the dies are still available. We're going to use, oh, which one are we going to use? What did we use last time? Let's take a look. Last time we did one with this dot and dash design, which I think was this size right here. So the cool thing about this die set is that you get double of all circles, but each circle has a different edge on it. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles are the same size as these 6 circles, but they have different designs than these. Does that make sense? So I have 2 circles that are the same size, and we can decide which one we want. So number 1 is this one with the little lines on it, and that's what I used when I die cut this. You can really see the lines well on that gold piece there. You see how it embossed those in there. This one cuts a dash and dot deal, and that is what we used on this card. So let me know in the comments if we're going to do it with 1 or with 2. All right. I'm watching your votes come in. Okay, I'm going to move this. And boy, it's dead even right now. 3 for 1 and 3 for 2. So you need some more votes. Oh, you guys like the 2 better. All right, we're going to go with 2. I feel like the eye doctor. Number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. Oh, now I just got a whole bunch of 1s. Uh-oh. This one is a dead heat. Oh my goodness. All right. Let me, all right, I might have to be the tiebreaker here. Yeah, the gold one does kind of look like the Radiating Stitches dies. It is kind of that same pattern, isn't it? Let me just do it face up. This one has the little holes in it, and then white would be showing through, which wouldn't matter. All right, I just saw a whole bunch of 2s come through, so yeah, it's like kind of like Morse code. Okay, so like that's the dots and dashes. Yeah, we'll do the Morse code. We'll call it Morse code. Okay. Oh, Janine. All right, so there we go. We're gonna lay that in here, and we're gonna send this through and die cut it. Now, this might smash a little bit of our embossing. We're just gonna have to be okay with that, right? Let's find out. So my card is open and flat in the die cutting machine because I only want to cut a circle in the front. So here's our open flat card, and the front is the part that is embossed. And so we cut that out. Oh gosh, it really did. Look at that. Oh man, it squished out most of our design. Well, that's a bummer. I think because it's double thick, I don't know if this is going to work, you guys. I think because it's double thick, it's, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Because there's 2 layers on the card, it is thicker, and so there's more pressure, and we lost a lot of our detail. But you know what? We're going to forge ahead here and see what we end up with. At least this piece we could send through again and emboss. I don't see how we could emboss this. Hang on. Would that be possible? Would it fit? Let's see. Art is not perfect. Margot, I like how you think. It is not perfect, is it? That's why it's called art. It's creativity. So we could attempt that. It might look weird though. Just saying. All right. This is what we're just figuring it all out together, aren't we? Okay, I'm going to go back to this piece for a second. And I am going to grab my very messy, can you see we used the Spotlight on Nature last time? We used one that had all the little bits in it. This one has bigger bits in it, but they still need to come out. So I'm going to poke these out with the Take Your Pick tool with the die brush attachment. And see what our little disc looks like here. Yeah, I thought it would maybe smash down the embossing a little bit, but I wasn't expecting it to do that much. But again, this particular card is double thick. So we might need to do some little different things. All right. So I actually have 2 circles because if you recall when we stuck on our piece, where did our piece go? How do I lose things? Seriously. Oh, here it is. I put it on the chair behind me. When we put on this piece, we only put adhesive around the perimeter, and that's what we wanted to do because we only need 1 circle for the inside. So we're going to re-emboss this because it's not terrible. This one does have a little bit of pattern on it, but it's not as much as you normally would get. I hope that makes sense. I have now lost the emboss. Oh, wait, no. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. There is the. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Okay, let's go ahead and send this through again. Oh, I hope you're not getting stressed. We're all just here to have fun and relax and make pretty things, right? And I have faith it is going to be beautiful when we're done. I don't even know if we're using this yet, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, now that is properly embossed. Can you see that? We brought it back. Of course, we could emboss this one. We have double. We have extra. Now, this is where it gets dodgy, friends. Let's see if we can send this through again. So I want to make sure that I don't emboss the back of the card. So I'm going to line up my edge of my fold. Oh gosh, this is scary. Okay. Ah! Fingers crossed. All right. Don't try this at home. Oh, gracious. All right, let's give it a go. I don't know that my plate was covering the top of the cards. I'm going to miss that part. Oh, I'm having a hot flash now, you guys. Whew. All right. Hey, it worked. Who knew? Who knew that would work? All right. All right. It's either a dot dash or un dot dash. All right. Okay, so we've got hot flash coming in. Okay. Let's see. I felt like I wanted to do one more die cut. I think we want to do a greeting still. So literally I'm melting here. I am on fire from within. All right. If you put the circle inside the hole and emboss the entire front, it will all line up. That's true. All right, so let's put this on here and let's grab another handy dandy die. Gosh, I never clean these out. I am such a lazy stamper. All right, so last time we did the dot dash, and we matched this one, and we could do that again, or we could do the eyelet lace pattern. So let me know in the comments if you want dot dash or eyelet lace or dash for the, let's not get too complicated here, Sue. Typing can be hard, especially if you're watching on a phone. Lace or dash for our sentiments. And I will clean this out really quickly so I can pretend like I did that after I used them last time. I clearly did not. All right, come on. There we go. Oh, it's pretty evenly split here. Right now I'm seeing like one more vote for lace. Oh, your dice came in the wheel today. Oh, excellent, Patty. Awesome. Luana says we should match it, have dash and dash. And so does Karen. Oh man, I am going to melt, you guys. I need to take a sip of water here. That was a wicked hot flash. All right, let's see here. Dash, dash, lace, lace. All right. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper, which I'm going to use to fan myself. All right, let's go with the dot dash here. You know what? I'm going to do both of them, and then we'll. It's hard to just vote without looking at it, right? Let's see what we got here. All right. You know what? We might make 2 cards tonight. I know that might strike fear in your heart. Fear in your heart at this point. Like, oh my goodness. but we might just do that. Oh, I've mixed up my dies now. They're not where they're supposed to be, but that's okay. We're busy. We're creating here. All right, let's see what we got. We got this one, and we got this one. All right, fun, great, awesome. Okay, I'm going to move this out of our way. How are you all doing? Oh my goodness. All right, hormones that work wonders. All right, so let's pop this over here and whew, okay. All right, let's grab this. This is going to be our inside piece. All right, so this is the one that we folded. It was 8 1/4 by no, it was 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, and we scored at 4 6 1/4. So the weird thing about this is when you fold it, you're going to be like, oh no, I did it wrong. Did not do it wrong. It should hang over like that because this piece, it's going to go in like this, and this piece is going to fold backwards, right? And then it does line up, okay? So we're going to get our handy dandy bone folder, and we're going to crease on that accordion fold. Oh, you gotta laugh at yourself, right? Beats crying. All right. So that is going to go inside our card, and then we'll see that fold in there, and that tells us where to put our circle. I'm not sure what we're doing, if we're going to do this or not. So I'm not sure if we're going to use an embossed circle. Oh my gosh, it does sort of almost match up, even though it shouldn't. We might actually use designer paper in here and do, yeah, we're still figuring that out. All right, so let's go ahead, but we can go ahead and stick this piece in because it goes in regardless. And it's not exactly perfect, but that's okay. Nobody is going to see that part. And gosh, if they're looking that close at your handmade one-of-a-kind piece work of art, they maybe need to come off the card list. All right, let's press that on there. Or maybe they need extra cards if they're that's picky. Okay, here we go. All right, so we've got our, whew, I need a nap now. Okay, so we've got that going. So we do have, so I'm just playing around with some different, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. That wouldn't work on this card, but it is so pretty. Oh, golly. All right, let me grab this. Like originally I was thinking we could do something like this. And then what would we do? We'd have our sentiment here, and then what would we do here? Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. Let's grab some of our vellum here. So this is the, what's it called? Oh, I had it, Graceful Greenery Vellum. Had it in my brain, and then it went away. Okay, we have random things we picked up on the floor. We don't need those. So this is the Golden Greenery Vellum. This one does match up with the die cuts in the set. So we could actually die cut one of these to put on a circle. I think it would fit. We would maybe just trim off the stem just a little bit because we need it to fit on the circle. I think that would be super pretty, you guys. We could also do the same with the pine bough. We could trim it down so that it fits on the circle, right? We can just chop it off here. Oops, we need it exactly to fit. I don't know if that is the best use of our space. Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe will go on the inside of the card, but we could do one of the mistletoe type of things. Isn't that vellum beautiful? I know, it is gorgeous. This is all part of this beautiful suite that comes with 2 bundles, loads of stuff. Now this pattern is actually one of my favorites, and you're gonna say that's not even a pattern, Susan, that's a speckle. But that is, I've used almost all of it up because I used it for this card that my team members made. It was the layer, the top layer on the flower, which was done with the translucent floral dyes, sorry. Okay, so there is that pattern of vellum. I'm not using this one, but the other one is the one I showed a cutout piece of already. It's this one with the pine boughs. So yeah, it's so pretty, right? You know, you're right, Debbie. We could do the green and gold for the circle. The other vellum, or the other, not vellum, the designer series paper. Like we could do something like this pattern right here, this mistletoe pattern on the circle. Like we could cut another circle that would go inside, and that could be on there. And then we could have our greeting here. So I like to lay out the card before I commit to cutting to see what things will look like. That would be kind of pretty, right? That would be kind of pretty. Those match nicely. But I feel like this would maybe get a little bit lost because this paper is a little bit busier. This side is not, but I've got a white card here and that side is vanilla. So I am leaning towards going a different direction. Actually, we could do your idea, but in a different way. Let's look at this. We could do, instead of vellum, we could do one of these greenery pieces onto our circle. Let's take our vellum off of here. So we could see like this one. I mean, we could do that. I could just chop off the end. So that would be, maybe even nip off a little bit of this end. I just feel bad cutting it off. All right, so let's go with that. Okay, we're making an executive decision here. We're going to die cut out of the paper. And we can either do the paper leaves, or we can do the vellum leaves. Let me know in the comments if you want paper or vellum. Paper or vellum. That is what we're voting on right now. And that would mean Susan needs, oh, they're right here. I was going to say I need to find my dies. Let's bring that die cutting machine back in. Paper, paper, vellum, vellum. What about the gold paper in the beginning? The gold paper in the beginning. Do you mean the mercury vellum? I'm doing that. Oh, here's a good way to test things out. You know what? I can open the card and do something like that. And then stick this piece on there. So could do something like that. I think it looks like paper is in the lead. All right, so let's go to our paper here. And this one I've already chopped a piece out. If I could find where I put it, we could use that. But yeah, anyone's guess at this point in the game. It's probably somewhere on this desk. But we're not going to take time to find it. We're going to go ahead and just cut another one because that's what we do, right? So I'm leaning towards this paler green. I think it's lovely. All right, let's check this out. Now I could also do the stamps. That would be another option. We did that in the last video where we stamped this same design right here. All right, let's die cut this. The paper, by die cutting it, just saves a step, right? We're going to use this die right here. I believe that is the one that matches. Let's double check it. So this is the golden greenery bundle. So the suite is called Season of Green and Gold, and it comes with the designer series paper, the vellum, the two bundles. The other bundle is the greeting one, which we've been using quite a bit. We used it on the inside of this card. Beautiful font. We'll be using it again on this one. And, oh, ribbon. Oh, look at this ribbon. Comes with a beautiful satin ribbon. Just gorgeous vanilla ribbon. Okay. I just hit the microphone with my head. That's not good. Sorry if there was a weird muffled thwump sound. Don't mind me. That was just my head. Okay, I'm going to use my sticky notes here to just hold this in place so that it doesn't shift when I die cut. All right. And let's send this through. I love that it has that little splash of gold right in the paper. That is going to add a lot of elegance to our card. We're already doing a lot of embossing on our cards, so we already have a lot of elegance going. This will just double down on that. All right, so here we have our die cut piece. Easy peasy, right? And we're going to bring back our circles. Again, I chose to not use the embossed circle. Although we could. Well, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Should not make rash decisions, right? So we could use the embossed circle. Or let's see what the plain circle looks like. You know we're going to add gems, right? Like, I mean, that's a given. There will be gems. Oh, that's nice too. Gosh. Okay, are we doing the plain or the embossed? Let me know in the comments, plain or embossed. While you're voting on that, I'm going to move our die cutting machine out of the way. There we go. And this tusu. Okay, there we go. Getting all the things. And I need my stamps. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to do this one. It's already in the block and everything. We used it in our last video. Well, I should ask you guys, should we use Love and Joy or For You? Love and Joy or For You? This is from the Greetings of the Season. This is the second bundle that is in this suite of products. Love and Joy or For You? Let me know which one you would prefer. Love and Joy or For You. And I am going to clean this because it still has Mossy Meadow on it from last time. And I think this time we're going to stamp it. Ooh. Well, we're going to vote. We're going to decide. Where's my found it. My Stamp and Mist cleaner had gone AWOL here. Let's just clean up our stamp. All right. Love and Joy looks like it is the winner, which is good because that's the one I'm cleaning. All right, Love and Joy it is. All right, excellent. And then do you want to emboss it in gold or stamp it in old olive? Those are our options. Gold or old olive for our words. We have a lot of green on this card, but we also have that shimmer of gold. That's where I'm coming up with the gold from. So let me know which direction we want to go there, if gold or old olive. Emboss, double exclamation points. All right, so we do have some votes for old olive, but by far the majority like to make me work hard. So, oh, it's not hard work to emboss, is it? No. Just means I gotta find the stuff because guess what? I didn't put it away last time, so it's laying everywhere. All right, so we found the powder. We found the we found part of the Embossing Editions kit, but I'm missing my embossing buddy. It's been floating around here, a bit. Hang on. I put it away. Who am I? Who even am I? All right, we're going to rub that on there. This is going to remove any oils. I've been touching this with my hands, which means some of the oils from my fingers have gotten on it, and my powder might stick to that. I don't want my powder to stick to that. All right, I still need an embossing pad, an ink pad. I need the Versamark ink pad here. This is a watermark stamp pad, but it also works great for embossing. So we're going to ink up our Love and Joy. And we're going to go ahead and stamp this right here on our little die cut circle. And close that up and sprinkle this on. Okay, and I just tapped off the excess. Now, if there are any little flecks of gold that didn't come off, there's a couple right up here, you can use a paintbrush to brush those off. I think I can get these with my finger. The rest of it looks pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and heat this. So I'm going to take my little tweezers. These tweezers they're self-locking, and they have a ceramic tip. And then I'm going to grab my heat tool, which, ooh, I left plugged in. You actually want to unplug your heat tool every time, especially if you have pets in your house, because sometimes they could bump your table, it could fall on the floor, and the switch could get flipped, and that would not be good. Sorry, I didn't want to talk during the embossing because they wouldn't hear me over the heat gun. But there is our beautiful Love and Joy. Oh, I'm getting excited about our card, you guys. I think it's going to look awesome. All right. In retrospect, I think we could have probably just put the card together and then embossed it instead of having to emboss it twice, but I didn't quite realize it was going to squish our embossing that much. So live and learn, right? That's how we learn new things. All right, so we're going to go ahead and adhere this. We only want to adhere it to, I don't want to put any adhesive on this side because that'll glue my card closed. I only want to put adhesive over here. So I'm actually going to keep the card closed so that I can see where I'm allowed to have adhesive right here. And I'm not going to get too close to the edges of my circle because they're open and I don't want adhesive blobs in my circle because I have dogs in my house and you know where that pet hair would go, right? Oh, looks, I didn't quite get didn't get all my little bits out. Let's just poke these out if we can. Time to do that would have been before I stuck it on. There we go. Don't know if I can get, oh, sure, I can do it. I can do it. All right, there we go. Sorry, that was, that was going to bug me, right? All right, so we've got our circle on there. I have fortunately not lost our leaves. I am going to nip off a little bit of the stem because for my card to work, it can't extend beyond my circle. Okay, I'll cover that up with our little greeting here, but we're going to pop this on with some dimensionals. All right. These are kind of big. Are these going to be hidden? Let's flip it over and find out. Oh, yeah, totally fine. Tons of room for dimensionals back here. If there wasn't, we could always go with our minis. Always an option, right? So we're going to pop this up and stick this right on there. And then we're going to put our greeting right here, just kind of overlapping that a little bit. And then we're going to add some gems and we are getting really close. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back of this. And I think for the inside greeting, I think I'm actually going to, I'm only going to put one on there because, in fact, I maybe should have put it down a little bit. Where did I put it? Is that going to get hidden enough? Yeah, I want to make sure it's, I'm going to put it at the, well, maybe I'm not. I wish I had put it at the bottom edge. Can I get it off, you guys? Maybe? Hang on. Slow and patient. Oh, thanks for tuning in for the live first time. Is it Sil? Is that right? Thanks for joining us. It's it's a little wacky tonight, but you know what? That's kind of how we roll here. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I've got my dimensional repositioned at the bottom of my words. That will work better. And now I can overhang my little doodah there. And then let's grab some embellishments and add a little bling to this. Let me see here. Hang on. Trying to find my favorites. I might have used them all up. That would be so sad. Ooh, I forgot about these. Let's see what these would look like. These are new. These are adhesive back metal gems. Let's check them out, friends. Otherwise, I see some little tiny bits of the one I was thinking of laying on my desk here. So these are gold, silver, and copper. Copper would be really fun for fall, wouldn't it? Let's see what these look like. Put a little one there, put a little one maybe down here, and another one here. Here maybe. All right, so that is one option. But wait, the other option is I have a few of these laying on my desk. They're the, oh, Mary, what are they called? We used them on Crafternoon. We used them on this card right here. They are called, I don't remember. Gold, no, iridescent, yeah, something. They're called something. Oh, gracious. All right, let me just pluck these off and we're going to see. It is pretty, isn't it? It's my cup of tea. Now, some people might find this too plain for their taste, and that is okay, right? We all have our preferences. Oh, that guy hopped like a toad. Did you see that? All right, I'm just going to put one on so you can vote. All right, so do we want number 1 or number 2? Let me know in the comments. I don't know if you can see it's got flecks of gold and flecks of iridescent in there, where this is solid gold. So 1 or 2, let me know in the comments. They both look good, right? They both look good. All right. What was I going to do? We were talking about something. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I know what I was going to do. So if you like a kind of a lot of white space look, this is a great card. If you prefer a card that has more color to it, this would be the way to go, right? And they both use the same paper, the same dies, the same stamp sets, even the same sentiment. This one I got crooked. Let's just fix that. This one's been ripped on and off so many times it doesn't even know which way is up anymore. And so it's, you know, it's personal preference, right? Same products. It's so fun how you can get a different look with the same kind of products. All right, so what do we have? One of your favorites, but 2 looks great on this card. Foil gems. Thank you, Connie. Is that what they're called? Iridescent foil gems? Okay, man, I could not think of the name. I don't even remember which one I said was 1 and which one I said was 2 anymore. It's actually pretty evenly split. That is interesting, isn't it? All right, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to, let's use the other ones. Is that what we want to do, guys? Oh, Patty says 2. Minnesota Pepsi says 1. Is it Minnesota? Is that what MN stands for? Because I live in Minnesota and that's what it stands for here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Wow, it is really a toss-up, you guys. Seriously. Okay, I saw another couple votes for this. Okay, we'll change it. We'll change it out. Just know that if you're making the card, you get to call the shots. And if this other one was your vote, then you totally could have done that, right? All right. And our survey system is not official. It is very, yeah, I just have to eyeball it and just pick one, right? Oh, oh my, these ones are like sequins. That's what they remind me of, more like sequins. Okay, and this does not want, it really wants to stay on the card. Actually, it wants to stay on my finger. All right, you know what? You are just going to not play nice. All right, hang on. I am covered in gems. Woohoo! We're having fun now. All right, let's go back to this. This one I guess I'm using. This is literally what I have left on these. I have 1 small and 3 big. So there are more floating around here somewhere in this disaster that I call a stamp room. But for now, this is all I can put my finger on. So we'll do 2 big and 1 small on this one. All right, and here we have our card. Is it midnight yet? What? Oh my gosh, we're over an hour. How's going to do a second card? Oh man. All right. Well, we have next time, right? We always have our future gatherings to do another card. So here's our card. I will add a sentiment on the inside. Can you vote with me really quick on that? Do we want, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration? Or do you want it's the most wonderful time of the year? Let me know in the comments. The nice thing about this Greetings of the Season set, which comes as part of that entire suite, if you choose to go that route, or you can do individual pieces, you can build your own comments, like wishing you a Merry Christmas. You know, you can build your own sentiments and just put them on the block and stamp them there. So do we want May? Do you want holiday season or wonderful? Let me know in the comments. Holiday season or wonderful. And you know what? It's got to be embossed, right? Let's do it. Let's do it really quick. Okay, we've got an embossing buddy here. Bring in our powder again. We've got our Versamark ink pad. Okay, how are we doing? What are we doing? Well, I need a winner. I need a decision. I also need a stamp. Oh, got some very dirty stamps here. What do we got? We got wonderful. We've got holiday season, wonderful, holiday season, holiday. I see a few more holiday seasons, so we're going to go with that. Okay, everybody cross your fingers. Cross your fingers and hope it's in the box. It is not in the box. Okay, it's on my desk. Nobody panic. It is here. All right. Oh, yeah, take a sip, friends. We found it. Okay. They're both on my desk. It wouldn't have mattered. Neither one were in the box because you know what? I have been playing. I've been having all sorts of fun. All right, let's add a little more juice to our cleanup pad here. You know what? Spray bottles don't work if you hold them laterally. You need to tip them up. I knew that. All right. This might have been clean, but if it's laying on a stamp desk and it's on a block, there's a high degree of possibility that it's dirty, right? All right, so I'm checking for dog hairs. Because I don't want dog hairs when I'm embossing. I just really don't. That drives me crazy. All right, let's ink it up in our Versamark ink. We already applied our embossing buddy. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry I'm going so late, you guys. Oh, all right, let's go ahead and stamp it right here. Boom. Might even be straight. Who knows? Fingers crossed. All right. Let's pull that away. You hear that stickiness? That's the beauty of Versamark ink. It's nice and sticky, which means our powder will stick. All right, let's see if I get as lucky with this one as I did on the front. Hardly any of the powder was left behind after I gave it a good tap. Yeah, I can see a dog hair right there. Oh, I have whippets. They have tiny little white hairs that get literally everywhere. But I love them, so, you know, we just deal with it, right? All right, so we got one little fleck here that needs to go and doesn't want to go. Come on, there we go. And right here, I've got some little, looks like a whippet hair there to me. All right, it's pretty good. I see one more little spot here. I'm just going to take your pick tool and see if I can get that grain off. Okay, that is good enough. We are going to go with that. Let's bring our heat tool back in. All right. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Let's close our card up so it's pretty much hidden right behind there, and then like so. And there we have our card. Woohoo! All right, thank you so much for helping me design this beautiful card tonight. And thank you for joining me last time and helping me make this beautiful card. I'm going to pull this off and add in this gold circle because that's what the Facebook group voted for. However, I would love your vote. The email I just sent out this evening right before this video started, let me know which was your preferred on this layering. And I hope you enjoy making the sophisticated sled card. Keep an eye out for the next email, which will have this Z-fold in it. Oh, happy 4th of July to you too. Let me bring in the measurements for this one more time. Okay, everybody slide up. All right, here we go. Almost forgot. I almost forgot. All right, again, it says designer series paper on here, but this card is embossing instead of designer series paper. And I'm so glad we figured out how to fix our boo-boo at the beginning because I think the end result was totally worth it. All right, there you go. Take your screenshot. Oops, let me bring that up just a little bit. Oh. I got it tidy. I got it tidy. All right, here we go. You do like the gold circle behind the smaller circle on the other card? Okay, good to know. All right, I'm going to flip my camera here. Thank you so much, everyone, for helping me design a beautiful card. I always know that you're going to make wonderful decisions, and I love that we can create together. Even though we're not in the same room, it's a lot of fun. So thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards to make the world a kinder place. And happy creating. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.